Hello, everybody, and welcome to another AI Corner for the week. I am Nic Novak. We're going to talk today about some of the things that happened recently in the world of AI. And just getting right into it, we had the launch recently of the Blackwell platform from NVIDIA. This thing is just a beast. Next generation hardware release from NVIDIA being announced here. This thing is a significant improvement over any kind of previous hardware, with the ability to train trillion range parameter AI generative models, or I believe run inference on models that are up to around 27 or 28 trillion parameter models, which is just ridiculous. GPT-4, I think, rumored to have around 1 trillion parameters combined when you consider the different experts involved there, and at a massively reduced energy reduction cost for training and running inference of those. So with one of these racks, you can power quite a beast of a model with training or inference, also adoption of major cloud providers and tech companies here. So NVIDIA really just pushing forward with more and more generative AI optimized hardware for the AI world here. We did see that, that Elon Musk did kind of make true with his promise to publicly release Grok 1 for open source, which has been released to the Apache 2 license. This is new model joining the fray, 300 billion parameter model into the collection of open source models that are now available here. We did have some rumors here of negotiation between Apple and Google integrating potentially the Gemini AI engine. This is coming after the announcement of Google's 1.5 models and generative AI suite to potentially power some of the iPhone's features. With Apple, we did recently see that they terminated the Apple Car project. They're going to be diverting more money into AI. They are developing technology for generative AI, but as of yet haven't released anything big yet. There is some potential expectation that something will be happening later this year. They have been publishing research like this news article shows, developing new multimodal capabilities. In this particular paper that Apple kind of quietly published without making any big deal about it, they discovered that they could get a lot of increased performance with multimodal models by scaling just the visual component. That's really interesting because you might think that you could scale the performance of a model by increasing the number of parameters or feeding it more data. In this case, they saw that basically if you make the model metaphorically see better by enhancing the capabilities of the image decoder, the image multimodal tokens only, then the whole model at large is able to learn a lot better, a lot faster. This has really fascinating implications when you consider all the investment that Apple is pumping into this, and when you consider multimodal models with video on the horizon. Will this kind of carry over into the world of video? And the implications of that, given how much video there is on things like YouTube and other sources, that these kind of breakthroughs could enhance the performance of models significantly. And we had a lot of shifts in leadership at various big players in AI. Microsoft kind of taking a few key people from Inflection. So multiple people from the Inflection team leaving. I think we have another slide here to talk about the Inflection side. Co-founders and the CTO of Inflection actually leaving as Inflection pivots primarily from making their pilot model to creating a platform, becoming an API type platform for generative AI. And then those key figures going to Microsoft here and joining the AI leadership team, the AI division at Microsoft. So that is a bit of a shakeup there. And then within Stability AI, we also had some of the key players, scientists who pioneered the development of this technology, also exiting this company. So lots of potential collaborations with different companies, thought leaders moving back and forth between companies, exiting companies that they started to go to other places. Pretty crazy time as things are shaking up and will settle down. At the same time, we have reports that the GPT store on OpenAI's platform is kind of being overrun with spam. Not sure how hyperbolic it is, but it is interesting. Yeah, a lot of the apps or GPTs, I should say, on this platform apparently are quite questionable. Tools that allow people to, cheat basically academically or perform copyright infringement. So this, I think, is just one of those highlighting of one of the interesting challenges of generative AI that is going to be a big theme in the industry here. We had this huge event from Neuralink going live with the first ever human patient. Neuralink has been doing research on monkeys, installing the Neuralink device surgically into the brain. And this, I believe, was the first human trial, essentially, an event. Almost 100 million people watching this man who is a quadriplegic with the Neuralink implant installed, and then using that device to play chess on this live stream, essentially telepathically. I mean, using his own brain and mind, and then having the Neuralink device translate those signals into the cursor movement on the computer, allowing him to play chess, other video games, and operate the computer without the use of his body. So that was a pretty huge just breakthrough announcement and demonstration from Neuralink. And lastly, we have the release of the Suno V3 model. This is a next generation text-to-song model I wanted to highlight because it is just significantly improved over the V2 version. This is kind of like what you would expect text prompts you put in that can work with any language, any genre. It will create the instrumentation, vocals, arrangement of the entire song at once in a very high fidelity. When I tried this prompt, I was actually shocked at how good it was, having played around with some of the other text-to-song models only 2 months ago. It is just a striking improvement. Really crazy to see how fast things are going in the world of AI. And that is all that I have for this week, but I will see you all soon.